Welcome to What's That Game with your host Nana, and today I want to tell you about a game. Have you ever tried to check who in the group knows how to keep a poker face no matter the circumstance? I have a game for you. This game is called Spies and Settlers. It's a role playing game and it works for different settings. The aim of the game is to catch all the spies, and the people who are doing that are all the settlers. And there are different functions that different settlers play. Now, let me introduce you to the different characters, and it's very interesting. Let's open the box. So let me tell you how the game is played. First, you find out the total number of players, then you draw up this card and know the special characters to shuffle together. Once you've shuffled it, share it amongst all players. One player is going to act as the moderator for this game. Now, the game is played between two sessions. There's a morning session, which is a voting stage, and the night session, which is mostly the activity based stage. How does the night affect the morning? Now, at night, there are players who have key roles that would affect the outcomes within the day. Mind you, they do not all know each other, and I will introduce you to the players. Once all the activities at night have happened, and at night, what typically happens is the moderator tells everyone to shut their eyes. That is why a moderator is needed, and he ensures that all eyes, except the eyes of the key players he wants open, are open. Once he's gone through all of this with everybody in the morning, he announces what happened. Oh, this person was killed. Oh, this happened. Oh, this happened. Oh, this happens. Once he tells you the story of all the activities that unfolded at night, then in the morning, everybody votes. And remember, the aim of the game is to find out all the spies. Now, let me introduce you to the special characters that function at night and how their activities affect the morning session before voting. First, we have the spy. The role of the spy is to eliminate players during the session called the night session. There are two sessions within this game, the morning session and the night session. Now, let me introduce you to this character, which is called the ritualist. The aim of the ritualist is to survive till the end of the game, and how they do that is by killing every other player. So at night, they do not work with any other team. They will just say, Ritual, the moderator will shout, Ritualist, open your eye. Their eyes are open. They will point at anybody and ask the player to be eliminated. As long as they can survive to the end of the game, they would win on their own turf. Now, the ritual is if they do visit the gun peddler, which is the guy who carries the guns, they automatically die. They automatically die. The gun peddler, on the other hand, is safe. So at night, the gun peddler is in their own tents, they do not leave their own house. But if the ritualist come to their house, the ritualist dies. If a shower comes to their house, a shower dies. But if a spy comes to the house of the gun peddler dies. Capish? Capish. So let me introduce you to the two cards that can protect you. One protects at night and one protects in the morning. The first is the old priest. The old priest will choose any player to protect, either themselves or any player, but they cannot protect the same person twice consecutively. So that means I protect myself tonight and then protect myself the next night. It doesn't happen. I must protect myself, protect somebody else, then I can come back to protect myself, and it has to go wrong. So one person is protected at least each night. That's for the old priest. Now the elder chooses at night who to protect from being eliminated during the day. So if an elder chooses, let's say elder chooses Kelvin, for instance, to protect. In the morning when everybody is voting and they all decide to vote out Kelvin, Kelvin will not be eliminated because at night they were protected, or he or she was protected. Actually, Kelvin is a boy thing. Kelvin was protected by the elder. So these three characters I'm going to introduce you to, they are gamblers. The first is mother. At night, she or he will choose any player and say this person is a spy. So they are gambling. So this is the runner card. At night, they are going to swap either themselves with another player or two players. Only the moderator knows that these two positions have been swapped. Nobody else knows. So should the spy decide to kill player A, or player A has already been swapped with player B, that means player B is the person that would die. not player A. Same thing applies for if the runner swap themselves with somebody else. So basically, they are changing fate within the game. Now, the last gambler for this session is the Wanderer. Now, the Wanderer is a very interesting character because they have the opportunity to open their eyes at any point in time within the night to see who the players are. So, if they want to know who the gossiper is, they can open their eyes. If they want to know who the spy is, they can open their eyes. But the truth is, they can also die in the process. Because once you open your eyes when the spies are about to vote or they've already voted, chances are you'll be the next person on the chopping board to be killed. So you have to be careful when you open your eyes, but it gives you the opportunity to be able to know which player is playing what. You can choose to use it or you can choose to discard it so that you are safe. But mind you, it's a really nice role to have if you know what you're doing. Let's go to the other two. So let me introduce you to the Pathfinder. The Pathfinder at night would ask the moderator for any player to know their role. The moderator will whisper to the Pathfinder and let them know the player's role. So in the morning, they can help guide the rest of the people without giving away who they are. Now, another selfish bastard, just like the ritualist, is the saboteur. So the difference between the ritualist and the saboteur is the ritualist kills immediately, while the saboteur has the ability to lay traps. So this night, the saboteur can decide to lay a trap for a player. So I lay a trap for player A. The next night can decide, you know what, let player A dies, and in the morning, player A would die, which is when all players open their eyes. Or he or she can lay a series of traps to kill multiple people all at once. So what that means is night A, you set a trap for player A, you do not set it off. Night B, you set another trap for player B. Night C, you set another trap for player C. Night D, you decide activate. Activate means the player A, B, C from previous traps that have all entered your traps in the morning, they can all be killed. If they are not protected by any protection, they will be killed in the morning. Their aim is to survive till the end of this game. Very easy, very selfish. This card has the power to change everything. So at night, the role of this card is called for a reporter. At night, they will choose a certain number of players according to the number of spies. So if there are 5 spies, -1, they will choose 4 players. If there are 7 spies, -1, so they will choose 6 players. So they'll point at all the 6 players, and in the morning, the moderator will call out nobody is getting voted for except these 4, 5, or 6 players. Then their names will be, or they'll be pointed at and told to stand up, and everybody will then vote for them. The person with the highest vote is eliminated. No other person outside this set of people are to be voted for. That is the power of a foreign reporter. Let me tell you about this player. This particular card does not like to die alone. So after they've been voted for, they can choose between the first person to vote for them or the last person to vote for them to die with them. And this character is called the Grumpy Neighbor. Now, after that, there is a card called the Stranger card. The Stranger card is very simple. They decide to reveal themselves and save any player that has been voted for. So let's say they don't want someone to die. They'll be like, I am the stranger, show their card to the moderator and point at a player to save. They do not die. Very important. But everybody now know what their character is. And this card is only used once. So these two cards also know how to take people away from the game. The first is the warrior card. The warrior card when voted out for, not when eliminated by the spies, when voted out for, can point at any player and take that player with them. So they are dying too. There's another card called the wrestler card. The wrestler card can choose at any point within the game in the morning, only morning sessions. I want to die and I'm choosing this person to die with me. So they point at any player and that player is dead with them. That is their rule. And lastly, the card that has everybody laughing most times for all the sessions that we play is the Ashao. Now, the Ashao is a very interesting rule. We all know what the Ashawo does. They service people at night. So at night, the Ashawo goes from house to house. Each house, each night, they go to one house, or they can choose to stay at home. Whoever's houses that they go to, if the Ashawo visits the gun peddler's house or the ritualist's house, the Ashawo dies. Or if they visit the spy's house, the Ashawo dies. But every other person that they visit has a good time. Now, here's another thing. Should the Ashawo go to the house of someone who is going to be killed that night by the spy or the ritualist, they will also die. So it's a very tricky job, but use it wisely. However, should they have left their house and the ritualists came to their house to kill them, or the spies came to their house to kill them, as long as they are not at home, they are safe. So they have to go to safe houses to work, and they have to ensure that their bags are not at home should anything happen. Now, the beauty of this game, like I said earlier on, is that you have the ability with a blank card to create your own characters. So, for us during our own game session, we decided to come up with a character called the Bomber. We decided what their role would be. We also came up with the Doctor, and we came up with a character called the Vigilante. We all deliberated and decided that are the roles that I want them to play, and because they are unique to our gameplay, I cannot tell you what they do and who they are because each game is different depending on the character that they decide to create. So the general aim of the game is to eliminate the spies. Each as long as the number of deserters or yeah, as long as the number of deserters within the game is higher than the spies, the deserters are gaining advantage. But at any point should the spies have more advantage over them. So let's say there are three spies to two deserters within the game automatically ends with the spies winning. That's because their number now outweighs the deserters. The two other players who do not care about whether the spies win or the villagers win, only themselves, are the ritualists and the saboteur. They are just for themselves for this game. So every other card on this deck, their aim is to help the deserters win the game by giving them important information as to who the spies are, protect themselves from the spies, and also garner more information and coordinate with others on how to eliminate the spies. So, who is this game for? This game is for everybody. It's a social deduction game. So, you're trying to learn to read the room and also take note of people's body language. It's a very key skill in our modern day. And the best people to play this game is anybody. So, be it you're at work with friends or at a games night out, where you can come to Nibcard and have a good time. Regardless, pick up this game, and once you have a gathering of 5 to 10 people or above, it's a nice game that keeps everybody on their toe because you don't know who to trust and you don't know who not to trust. Thank you for coming to this session of What's That Game with me. Do not forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel and let us know down below what game do you want us to cover. Is there any more questions that you have? And do not miss the next session of What's That Game with Nanpan. Peace.